Just like that. We're back. UFC fights, UFC events, something to live for. We have something to live for again. Because, it was on the ropes there for a second because I almost had to just fully rely on UFC for a little bit because the Niners were, about 90 seconds away from being eliminated from playoff contention. But we still got the Warriors. Clay Day was yesterday. It's fantastic. I just got you know what? I'm just going to go out there and say this right now. This isn't the first time we started this episode. And I think the main reason why that happened, or why all of what has happened prior to this moment has happened, is because I searched UFC news, and it's Merab Dvalishvili's birthday. And it's the Machine's birthday. And without all of everything that's happened, I would have not known that. And this is a UFC podcast.
So
Georgians,
we have to say happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, my guy. You're a killer. Title shot this year? What a birthday present that would be. Oh, and what else?
So this all happened?
Who's the headliner for this card? Giga Chikadze.
Giga.
Who's he fighting? Calvin Kattar. And it's not Kattar. Why are people saying that? It's not that hard. Random people just pronounce people's names like Kattar, Kattar. It's Kattar.
So it's with the T-E-R. Kattar. Not Kattar.
Kattar.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was with a D. Kattar.
Do you even like the UFC? Like, are you a fan? Do you know the fighters?
I am a fan.
Do you even know anything?
I'm sorry I don't look at their names on print. I just go off of auditory sounds of how their name would be spelled. Kattar.
Calvin Kattar.
Yeah, see, you pronounce it when you sound... Okay, I'm in linguistics right now. That sounds like it would be spelled with a D, but it's a double T. That's a certain word. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but I learned that.
You want to know a linguistics buster right now?
Sure.
Dana Betkari is like... who got a fight. Mans is fighting... is it Montel Quick Jackson? Oh, Kellan, you better be right. Oh, Montel Quick Jackson versus Dana Betkari is going to be just an absolute killer of a fight. And how do you spell his name? It's like Bat Garrel. It's B-A-T... Well, I guess...
It doesn't say the name,
the Instagram interface apparently just doesn't... on Instagram interface on a Mac, I guess just doesn't show captions.
Yeah, it doesn't show captions or comments.
It's spelled like B-A-T-G-E-R-A-O or something.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy. But let's get back to our man Calvin Kattar with the T. We're going to go through the entire card. I want to talk about some of the new upcoming fights that have been announced. This entire whole stretch that they decided to kick the first quarter off of the year with is just fantastic. And then also last episode we talked about a little bit about Tai Tuivasa, how we might hand him the winner of Lewis versus Dawkins, and that's exactly what they did, which is a big jump up. Okay, let's just, before we get into the card, I have a very interesting concept that I want to get off my chest here, and it's the fact that Calvin Kattar... Well, let's back up a little bit. Max Holloway out of his trilogy fight versus Alexander Volkanovski, which is an absolute shame because everybody wants to see Max get his belt back. But who is the option for Alexander Volkanovski? Is it Josh Emmett? Is it Giga Chikadze? Is it going to be Triple C? Henry Cejudo?
There
is it Henry Cejudo?
We don't know.
It's a little bit of an inside joke guys.
Yep, it's a joke.
Yeah. The last episode I was talking, I apparently was mumbling Henry Cejudo. Like Henry Cejudo.
I just couldn't tell what he said. I couldn't pick it up correctly.
And,
but out of those...
Let's just say the episode ended there.
Out of those people, though, who do you want to see him fight?
Korean Zombie.
Okay.
A Korean Zombie is a tough fight.
Put on the
tough
best.
test for anybody. Yair Rodriguez is right up there, but... What I wanted to talk about, it's not fair. Life is just not fair for Calvin Kattar. Calvin has a tough outing against Max Holloway. If he gets a fight here, he beats Giga Chikadze, okay, he's not going to get a title shot, which really stinks considering the fact that if Giga Chikadze gets a dub here, there is zero reason why the UFC wouldn't give him a title shot.
Yeah.
And I was also trying to just go through everything, looking at their rankings. Giga Chikadze, he's at 8. He beats Calvin Kattar at 5. And I was just trying to go through how many fights is he realistically away from a title shot. And it's this Calvin Kattar fight if he gets this dub. If he gets a win over Calvin Kattar, he'll be in top 5. If Chan Sung Jung fights Alexander Volkanovski now, Korean Zombie's number 4. Yair Rodriguez is still pretty beat up. Brian Ortega just lost, and then Max Holloway is...
I am not an Ortega fan.
I know. Bianca's not afraid to say it. If she's not a fan of you, she'll tell you. Who is it? Israel Adesanya, Jorge Masvidal.
Oh, Colby Covington, number 1 hater.
541, baby. That's what's up. I rewatched that fight. I rewatched the Covington Usman fight on Saturday morning or something just to get my UFC fix in for the night.
For that week because
it's my special card. Yeah.
Because there's no UFC last week.
It's an inspiring fight. Inspiring.
I don't know how I'd say that. I'd go that far. Inspiring for who?
Colby gets knocked down twice in the second round. Easily a 10-8, 10-7. Maybe. Might as well have been. But what does he do? Comes back.
Barely.
Has a great 3rd round.
Barely.
Great 4th round. Great
wouldn't
5th
say that.
round. Yes. Oh my goodness.
I wouldn't call it great.
He stunned them at the end of, what was it?
This is old news. This is old news.
Hey, people still care. Greatest rivalry
people
ever
still
in the
care.
history of the UFC.
No, I would not call that a robbery.
Rivalry.
Oh, I thought you meant like Colby was robbed because he lost that.
He won 3-4-5. Draw. Easy.
Oh, nope. Not at all. I would heavily disagree.
Colby wins a 3rd fight.
That was their 3rd, wasn't it?
See.
Oh, wait, I swore that was the trilogy of it. It wasn't, huh? Oh, no, that you're right, because he won the 2, so it was like, why make a 3rd if he already won the 2nd one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see a trilogy. I'm down.
Even though Kamaru's won twice?
Yeah, because you never know.
Why not? Alexander Volkanovski's beat Max twice.
True.
Okay, but...
Back on subject.
What were we even... We're saying...
You were going through like who would be the top 5 and like how Ortega.
It makes sense for Giga Chikadze, obviously.
Yeah,
like we've been saying, he's 1 fight away, and Calvin Kattar is a couple fights away, which is strange considering the fact if he beats Giga Chikadze, who is 1 fight away, it is really weird.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, there we go. And Josh Emmett, I think he's got to fight somebody else in order to get a title shot, because the Dan Ige fight was really close, and Dan Ige's 9. Dan Ige's a really good fighter, but Josh Emmett did struggle, and those guys in the top 3 and top 4 are just absolute killers and present a lot of problems for Josh.
Yeah.
Even though Josh, he does have that one punch knockout power that could change anything, so you never know. But Chan Sung Jung is probably the most deserving. Giga Chikadze right after that, baby. In terms of the fight card itself, we're kicking it off with an absolute bang, baby.
I'm excited to go through this.
Really quick. We'll go through Brian Boom Kelleher versus Said Yakub Kakramanov. Said Yakub had his UFC debut.
Oh, that guy. Brian.
Brian Boom, baby. Said Yakub with that fantastic UFC debut against Trevin 5-star. Crazy, good stand-up. Good wrestling. He just relentless, especially with his like submission attempts too. He finally got his submission right as time expired, basically. But Brian Boom Kelleher he had that tough fight against Domingo Pilarte, where he had the tough fight. Ricky Simone just like basically dismantled him, and then the next fight, Brian Boom Kelleher did what Ricky Simone did to him. He did that to Domingo Pilarte.
Dang.
Yeah, but Said Yakub,
I remember this Simone fight.
Yeah, he just held them down and just elbowed them the entire time, basically. Yeah, it was crazy. But Said Yakub versus Brian, I really think this is going to be one of those fights that just grind on the fence. Guys are just trying to battle for position. But there are going to be some exchanges in there where people are going to get rocked. And I think it's going to end up being one of those fights where somebody gets rocked and you sink in a submission.
Like you think it could be like a knockout?
Well, I think somebody's going to get stunned and then it's going to somebody's gonna get a submission. I don't think anybody's gonna go out necessarily.
Okay,
but it's gonna be this is gonna be a grinder fight. I'm really looking forward to kind of their transitions and just grappling they're back and forth. It's gonna be really fun.
Sweet.
Yeah, TJ, and then my fighter to watch out for, baby. Like, you have to check this guy out. His Kai Kamaka fight, he's made me a fan for life. Even though I know Kai Kamaka won this fight, but TJ Downtown Brown, he throws bombs, baby.
That's a cool nickname.
Yeah, he's a stud. He got really lucky with the Kai Kamaka fight. Kai cracked him, but he hurt Kai really bad too. But
he lost. Yeah, he lost that one.
No, he beat Kai, but it was everybody knows Kai kind of won that fight.
Yeah, okay.
But TJ, he's so good, and then he's fighting Gabriel Benitez, who did he fought?
Mexicano.
Yeah, he fought Billy Q and almost came back and beat. He's a really tough dude. I don't know if there's gonna be a finish in this fight. I think it's gonna be an absolute fight. It's going to be one of those fights that just kicks off the year with a bang. And then also, I don't know if there's going to be a finish necessarily, but it's going to be bloody. I know that for a fact.
Well, not cool that it's going to be bloody, but cool that it's going to be a good fight.
The moment when you're not listening and then you just say something.
No,
Whoa.
I knew that I meant that it was going to be a good fight, not that it's going to be bloody. You know, I don't like when it gets bloody. That bloody.
Bloody. Me and Bianca were having a conversation. Never mind, actually.
What?
I completely just spaced on what I was about to say. We got Ramiz Brahimaj. I think he's going to get that dub over Court McGee. Jamie Pickett versus Joseph Holmes. I'm going Pickett.
Wait, I want to say Jamie Pickett. I'm going Joseph.
Joseph Holmes. All right, let's do it. There's a couple fighters that I got to check out for the UFC 270. There's a couple guys that are undefeated. I want to watch some film on them because I'm pretty sure it's going to be their UFC debuts and they look like killers. So yeah, and then
that'll be exciting.
Joe Anderson Brito versus Bill Algeo. I want to say that I've seen Joe Anderson. He fought on the Dana White Contender Series, yeah, and he's a stud. So I think that he could get this dub over Bill Algeo. But let's skip to this top three. Okay, I'm gonna go Jake Collier also. Versus Chase Sherman. I'm going to go Jake Collier.
Wait, what weight class is that?
That's the big boys.
Oh.
The big league boys.
I've never heard of those guys.
Yeah. Well, they're heavyweights. Jake Collier, I've seen him fight a few times, Chase Sherman. But let's get into Brandon Royval versus Rogerio Bontorin. Rogerio Bontorin, this is going to be a stellar fight. Even though Rogerio, his last fight against Highway to Schnell was at a catch weight at 135, I'm pretty sure.
Matt Schnell is
he missed weight at 130. Oh, Rogerio missed weight at 137. Or they did like a catch weight or some weird shit. But Matt Schnell, that's a big dub because Matt Schnell says boxing is insane. But against Brandon Royval, Brandon Royval is going to present some big time problems for Rogerio just because of how long he is. And then he just throws crazy attacks at all times.
He does not look like he would hit very hard or like be that good at striking, but he's good. No, yeah, he is really good. And he got cracked big time against Kai Kara France, and then he did that crazy spinning elbow and then hurt Kara France. And then, but I think, did he end up? Because he's so lengthy. Like, he has such long arms. He ended up beating Kara France. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's right. Kai had him hurt big time. And then he lost to Brandon Moreno because he hurt his shoulder. And then that's right before Brandon Moreno ended up propelling it in the superstar status. And then he had a tough fight against Alexandre Pantoja because Alexandre is so good. Seriously, well, I hope he wins, though. Oh, I'm almost certain Brandon Royval is going to get this dub. Is he the favorite, obviously? I'm assuming so, yeah. Let me see. I think he's Brandon Royval is the 5th best flyweight in the UFC right now. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, I really like watching him fight. Raw Dog. I know. You and I laugh so hard every time they announce it. Dude, he's a killer. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I think he's another one of those dudes that do not be surprised if he has a big bounce back 2022. Oh, for sure. Because he has all the skill sets and attributes to be a problem. Yeah. Yeah. And then Caitlin Chukagin versus Jennifer Maia. Oh man, dude, I have no idea. Let's see here. I'm gonna break this down for you right now. Okay. Oh, she fought Valentina. Yeah. Dang. I don't what Caitlin Chukagin is gonna show up. I really like she is really good. I mean, her striking and stand up, it's fantastic. But there are times where the resumes just don't line up. It just okay. Jennifer Maia, she had a tough fight against Valentina, but
the one fight that I will never forget is how Jessica Andrade just buzzsawed through her, and then after seeing that performance, I was like, Kaylin Chikadze doesn't have a chance against Cynthia Calvillo. Then she beats Cynthia Calvillo, and then beats Viviana Araujo. So I'm gonna have to roll with the girl Kaylin just because she's so lengthy. I think she's gonna keep it on the outside and just pepper. Maybe get a knockout. You never know, but probably not. It's probably gonna go to a decision. But okay. Now,
she's had very like ups and downs. Like she'll like have a couple losses, have a couple wins, have some loss.
No, yeah, 100%.
Huh.
But to the main event, I know that the Georgian fighters, they're the men. They're the guys that we all cheer for, that we all root for. I just really think Calvin Kattar is going to present some serious problems for Giga Chikadze. Because like I was saying in the previous episode that will not be released, Calvin Kattar, if he gets Giga kicked, I am convinced Mans isn't going to fall down to the ground.
Yeah. Can you pull up his thing? I want to see a few.
Calvin's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have I ever seen him fight?
Probably not.
Max Holloway, Danny Gay.
The first time I watched him fight was against Zabit. When if that fight goes a little bit longer, I think Calvin Kattar comes back and beats Zabit.
That is the longest last name I've ever seen in my life. Try to pronounce that.
Sharipov? Yeah.
Wait, say that again?
Magomed Sharipov.
Oh.
Zabit. He's coming back. He's been out for a while. He hasn't fought since this fight, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he hasn't fought since that Calvin Kattar fight. He was supposed to fight Yair, and that fell through last year in August. Or in 2020.
He has a ton of wins.
No, Mans hasn't. He hasn't lost since 2013.
Oh my god.
No, he's a kill. He's when he comes back, he's legitimately
a threat for sure.
He's a title contender because
I'm surprised he hasn't.
He's 6'1".
Why hasn't he been fighting?
I have no idea. I think injuries. And probably because it's hard for him to get maybe in the country or something, or just probably a fight that makes sense, honestly, because he knows he's not ranked right now because he hasn't been fighting for so long.
Yeah.
But when he comes back, he needs to come back soon because he's a fresh new name that people want. He's one fight away from getting a title.
True.
Especially right now, how wide open it is. Zabit Magomed Sharipov could 100%.
Who do you think his best bet is like coming back to though? Like what fight?
For Magomed Sherry for Zabit, I want to see if there's any news on him, and then I want to talk about Zabit. Oh God. Okay. Whenever he comes back, let's look at fights for Zabit. Okay, maybe just redo that Yair Rodriguez fight because that'll be absolute fireworks. Both of them are the crazy dynamic strikers, as we saw with Yair. We already know Yair's crazy, but Zabit. He's so big and strong. He's so imposing in there. But the thing, he does slow down as the fight progresses just because he does throw a lot of crazy stuff to get you out of there quick. But
so like if he were to win that fight, what would his ranking become then? If he beat Yair?
Yair's 3. He's going to come back and beat somebody big time and be in the top 5. Because it's seriously just a liability to have him fight anyone else underneath because he'll kill you.
Yeah.
He's so good. It's insane. Mans is a problem.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's a guy people forget about. I even forgot about him when they mentioned Zabit coming back. I was like, whoa, baby.
Well, no, he probably couldn't have been in our awards because he hasn't fought.
Done anything. So
that's so interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've ever.
I need to start following him on social media so I'm more up to date on what he does.
Where is he from?
He's from Russia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's so good. It's such an anomaly. Because
scary looking.
His frame is just absolutely perfect for his weight class. It holds weight perfectly. He can make the 145 weight class, but he's 6'1". And he's even though he doesn't look like he's the most jacked, he throws hella dense, you know what I'm saying?
Throws a hard punch.
Yeah, I really believe Zabit. He's a sleeper to become champ because I can't even imagine a fight against him versus Alexander. What a freaking height difference that sucker would be.
Yeah.
And
I could not picture that at all.
Yeah. I'm interested to see because he's going to be in his prime when he comes back too. And so.
Well, I feel like it could go both ways. He could be in his prime or he could be like.
Out of it.
Yeah.
Ring rust big time.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, that is facts, I guess. He could potentially be a little out of it.
You never know.
I don't know. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I remember Rodriguez fight. Or maybe even Brian Ortega. Brian might be able to take that fight right away. Or will he come up that high? God, I don't know.
I know. Maybe it might be better off putting him more towards the middle just to average it out because, or even a little. I mean, yeah, it could be a liability to put him lower, but like he could also not be where he was before. I don't know. We don't know if he's been training or actually been doing stuff.
I 100% know he's been training.
Okay. Well,
yeah. I don't know. All I know is 145-pound title's up for grabs, baby. But it's just an absolute shame that Max Holloway can't be in there.
Yeah, that sucks.
And rightfully defend his title. Champions better be on alert, high alert right now, because as I'm looking right now, lightweight, we have thrashers. Arman Sarukian, Brad Riddell, Mateusz Gamrot, Rafael Fiziev, Gregor Gillespie. All of those guys are seriously priming themselves for a comeback. But one thing that I was looking at with the lightweight division is so interesting because Conor McGregor, Dan Hooker, Tony Ferguson, those guys, they better hold firm at their spots because those are going to be gonzo. And especially Conor McGregor's in a seriously weird spot where in the rankings, he should be fighting some of these guys. But whenever he gets a fight, he's going to leapfrog right up to Charles Oliveira.
Yeah. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it is strange.
Just because he's a big name.
Conor, honestly, they should just have his own separate category. He's just taking a ranking from somebody else. Joe Alvarez deserves to be ranked more than Conor McGregor does at lightweight. Come on, dude.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, and he's not even in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. One of my things I wanted to talk about was Mateusz Gamrot. What are we going to do with this guy? Because I read an article saying he's priming himself for a 2023 comeback or 2023 big year. But why have a big 2023 when you have a big 2022?
Yeah.
Because
that's a whole year away.
The one thing I'm thinking though is that he's going to be fighting somebody below him potentially, but that doesn't make any sense. Go for Gregor Gillespie. Shoot for the stars and try to get a fight with Tony Ferguson. Tony does not want that fight.
That would be cool.
Because why not? Rafael Fiziev is going to be fighting RDA. Granted, Rafael Fiziev has been a tad bit more, I don't want to say active. I mean, kind of more active, honestly, but he is caught the eyes of a lot of...
The itis? The itis?
He's caught the eyes of fans easier because of how dynamic his striking is. I feel like Mateusz is still kind of under the radar a little bit. But if you watch him fight, if you catch a fight...
not so under the radar.
You're going to be, dude, this guy's a problem. But yeah, he needs to shoot for the stars against Tony Ferguson and get up to that 7th spot. And then after that, you can maybe fight... like Benil Dariush if he loses or Islam Makhachev if he loses. Be really crazy. You can really propel yourself because anything's possible. Because honestly, when we were talking about the Tai Tuivasa fight with Derek Lewis, dude, Tai Tuivasa is only 11 and he's going to be up to Derek Lewis, and I was saying maybe Tai Tuivasa get a title shot, and that's looking very, 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 very realistic now, especially given we're only in January right now. So if and they're fighting so early in the year. So if Tai Tuivasa gets a dub there, Cyril Gane beats Francis Ngannou, that's going to be fun. Stipe Miocic maybe fights John Jones or something crazy. And even though John Jones is probably going to get a title shot like over anybody, he can just basically bounce in whenever he wants to, even though he probably shouldn't have that right. But yeah, dude, this is exciting. So our final picks were just Kattar or... Yeah, I've got this sucks, honestly. I'm sorry, boys. But after seeing I just really think Calvin Kattar is going to present some serious problems. Maybe,
really?
Even though
I'm going Giga because he's like
the
crazy.
Georgian man.
Yeah. And you're like the Georgian guy.
I love Giga. I think that he's going to do phenomenal. It's just
going to be
Kattar,
a crazy fight.
His stand-up is going to match Giga, and oh man, I honestly could see Giga Chikadze pushing him up against the fence though, and kind of making it really tough for Kattar to touch him. Yeah, just because Giga does manage distance hella well, and people are always so aware of his kicks, and Giga has the speed advantage against every single person he fights.
Is he the favorite in this fight? Because you could make some good money if Kattar isn't a favorite. Because if he has like actual potential of winning, then he can make some money off of that.
Let's see. Odd Shark yeah. I don't know. It says that Giga set as the -240 favorite and Calvin as the 195 underdog. Those are subject to change, obviously.
Yeah, those will change.
But I guess Giga is the favorite, which is wild a little bit. People are sleeping on Calvin.
That's what I'm saying.
His boxing is fantastic. He's so tough.
If you think he could win.
Yeah. This is the biggest moment of Giga Chikadze's career, baby.
That's gonna be a really good fight. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. What a main event to set it up. A few fights wanted to highlight. They got announced Nasrat Hack Press versus Bobby King Green. Let's freaking go. Montel Quick Jackson versus Dana Betkeri. Sadiq Youssef versus Alex Caceres is going to be Alex Caceres'. That's going to be the biggest fight of his career for sure. Mahina Rodriguez versus Yan Jonan. That's money. Dustin Jacoby versus Michelle Ogoshejik. We said that. Timur Valiev versus Jack Shore. That's absolute cash. In the bank, Brian Barberena, Matt Brown.
Oh my god, I thought that was... Is that Andre right there?
Who?
Him. Who's that?
Who's Andre? No, that's not Andre Petrosky.
That's looks
Brian
like
Bam
Andre.
Bam Barberena, baby.
That looks like Andre Petrosky a little bit.
A little bit. Just because
the style of the hair.
Andre's
beard.
a tad bit more ripped.
Yeah.
Way more buff.
I think he's just kind of thinner.
Yeah.
I don't know. I forget how ripped he is.
Jamie Malarkey versus Jalen Turner's going to be crazy. Tim Dirty Bird, Tom Brady Means. Yeah. Wait, did we talk about Rafael Fiziev versus Rafael Dos Anjos?
I don't think so.
This fight is going to be crazy. I cannot wait. When is this fight again? RDA versus Fiziev. I think when this fight, we talked about it a little bit when we were just talking about the lightweights, but I kind of have to go. I think RDA is going to maybe nullify him. It's February 19th. That's coming up soon, baby.
Oh.
That's going to be so sick. But a little quick preview here. Everybody's high on Rafael Fiziev, but RDA is a legend. He's fought the best of the best. He's fought welterweights. He's fought the biggest guys. So I really think he's going to utilize that wrestling like he did against Paul Felder and get Rafael tired, because Rafael did fade a little bit in that Bobby King Green fight, but he didn't fade. He was being more calculated against Brad Riddell, and that showed. And then he ended up getting that knockout, I'm pretty sure, in the third round. So it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah. Because
Rafael, it's so hard to take that tank of a man down, but I think I'm going to go with Rafael over Rafael here. Because Dos Anjos is the man, and
that's crazy.
It's hard to finish Rafael. Rafael, and it is hard to just get a dub over him in general. And he's so good, baby. I really think he's gonna get this dub over Fiziev, but my mind could change as time progresses. But as of right now, I'm sticking with RDA. He's gonna utilize that wrestling, baby, and he's going to nullify the striking of Rafael Fiziev. So
what fight is that? What fight?
It's just a Fight Night main event.
Oh.
Fight Night 201.
201.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically it. We went through the card. Crazy main event.
Yeah, the card's pretty stacked for it being the first card back, so that's a good look into 2022.
Yeah, there was supposed to be Michelle Pereira versus Muslim Salikov supposed to be on the card. Joaquin Buckley versus Razak Al Hassan, Ashley Yoder versus Vanessa Demopoulos. I think she's still on the card though. She's fighting Silvana Gomez Juarez. Zuru Gadashev was supposed to be on here. Houney Barcelos was supposed to be on here, but I think
a lot of cancellations.
They changed the Houney Barcelos Victor Henry fight to UFC 270. So yeah, baby, watch out for TJ downtown and Calvin Kattar. Shock the world. Get a title shot. Put yourself in that picture, baby. Let's go.
Thank you.
Thanks,
for
guys.
watching.
Yes, sir.
This is a good little start back.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Hopefully we now that we're picking up with the UFC again, we need to be better about getting episodes out. We're just a lot crazy busy, I feel like, but we're going to be better about it.
But we got them out every week when fights were going on.
I know, but I feel like I don't know.
It's been 10 days since the last one we came out.
True, that's not that bad.
No. Okay, guys. Thanks so much. This one's really short. Hopefully you enjoy it.
Peace. Bye.